Hi, I'm Sean Hyde, the author of this book, Building the Essential Business Valuation Templates in Excel. This book has over 160 pages of written instructions on writing formula, formatting the spreadsheets so they look pretty enough to use in the written report, as well as building the valuation templates that incorporate most of the basic methods and schedules that one would need to run a valuation engagement. In fact, if I scroll down here to page 3, you can see table of contents, all of this stuff is described in these pages. The idea being that one can complete the analyses and also provide all the schedules that you need as part of the written report using Microsoft Excel instead of any other valuation software. After all, business appraisal is not rocket science, and we really don't need any specialized tools to show the math that we use. A spreadsheet pretty much takes care of it all. I just include some functions that come in every copy of Excel, but those that are not ones that everybody really realizes that exist. I use these functions to make my templates move easily and cleanly. For example, one of my pet peeves is to have to enter any data more than once. So in these templates, we start talking about how to do that. I also really hate it when data I'm linking to in previous pages is moved or changed, and in formulas on on following pages are referencing now wrong data, which would skew and screw up my results without me being aware of it. I hate that, so I also describe and show you how to deal with that, again in this book. So in addition to this though, I just recently wrote this collection. It's another 87 pages of stuff, where it basically explains how what used to take me hours and hours to complete the comparative financial ratio analysis is now done much faster. I used to have to enter data by hand in every column, calculate one ratio, copy it, paste it across to all the other years of data that I was computing. But now, all I do is I just simply download the comparative data from Bizminer. I want the CSV format, so it's basically Excel. I copy it, paste it into my template, and voila! A few clicks of the mouse, and my ratio analysis is done. Let me show you how that works. So I have a sample file up here. Here's some spreadsheets, balance sheets, income statements, and here's some of the detail. Then my Bizminer ratio analysis page is empty because in my Bizminer data page, I don't have any data. So let me show you what happens when we put this data in. In fact, let me show you what it looks like. I'm gonna split my screen here so you can see what happens when I do it. There we go. Here's my Bizminer data on this. Here's my ratios, all the errors. I have the data downloaded here. Let me copy that, remove this, and now I'm going to paste it into the Bizminer data sheet, which is what we're going to build into the template with this updated book. Watch this section over here. Watch everything changes as soon as I click paste. Here we go. Ta-da! So all of the Bizminer data is here, and this stuff is just not formatted very pretty, right? It's hard to read. It's hard to, you can't have there's no comparison to the subject, right? So just paste it into the template, and now we've got industry data here, and then the company data here. Now the reason this works is because Bizminer uses a series of labels for every financial ratio analysis that you download from them, all their industry data. And on my 5-year summary, the spreadsheets, these drop downs, these correspond to the various Bizminer labels that are used to describe all the expenses and assets and whatnots. So my spreadsheet, I use net revenues because that's what the client used to describe their revenues, but Bizminer calls it business revenue. So that's the drop down for here, see? So my formulas on the financial ratio, looking for revenues, will look for the Bizminer labels. Let me find, here we go, here's one. This is business revenue, and this formula here is doing that math. E93 divided by E93 gives me the common size. E93, go back up to it. Here's business revenue again. And there's a formula that you'll learn about how to write in the updated book for the Bizminer bonus data. So the way this works out is everything's tied to this drop-down menu. So you can download Bizminer data for multiple ratios and put them in your template in multiple different sheets and just select the sheet that you want. So this one's labeled Bizminer data. It's grabbing the data from here. You can do 3 or 4 of them if you want. What's even more cool though, you have these ratio charts. Let me ungroup this, where you change the zoom so you can see this a little bit better. In current ratio, there's a drop-down menu again. I can change this and the chart will self-update. So will the definition down here below. Watch this. I'm gonna go to, let's try total asset turnover. See all of this stuff down here, complicated formula, I'm sorry. Talk about it in the book, but it links to this drop-down. So you can change, what ratio you want to see. But if you want to see multiple charts, instead of recreating the same thing multiple times, all you have to do is right-click here, click Move or Copy. Let's go, we're right between ratio chart and ratio chart 2. Let's put that right there, create a copy. So now we've got another ratio here. Now I just change the label. Let's go down to current liabilities by net worth. Right, and we're done. Then we can group this back up, print the schedule because I already have the print area defined as described in the book. So there you go, right? And you also can get the financial characteristics, not just ratios. We'll talk about advertising in case this was interesting for this particular client. Overall operating expenses. Just change and down here we have common size version of everything too, see? So just change one of these things and these charts self-update. So I'm now able to give all of these things done in just minutes by just simply downloading the data from Bizminer, putting it into the template, into this sheet here. So I just paste it in place and then change these drop-down menus, which will show you how to add in the bonus book here. We scroll down. Let's see, here we go. All this stuff in the table of contents is describing how to put all that stuff together, including setting the print area. If there are any questions about any of this stuff, I'm happy to discuss anything, any commentary, or if you have any questions about how things come together and work in this, you can contact me. Google my name, Sean Hyde, and you can find my personal website, Sean Hyde Business Appraiser. I pop up, you can get my phone number that way, or email address. I think I'm in the very back of the book. I have my email address in here somewhere too, right? The front of the book or the back of the book? There we are. You can hold me anytime you want. Thank you very much. Take care.